Hey kids, welcome back to Let's Play Tamriel Rebuilt. We are in Old Ebonheart. Last episode we kind of explored... Whoa, what is going on with your hair? We kind of explored Old Ebonheart and sort of walked the streets and got that, went into all the stores and stuff like that. We are on a quest, so yeah, we also sort of worked on a couple of the kind of little side quests that we picked up in Almost Here. We are currently on a quest, what's it called here? Outlandish Heresy here for the temple. And we have to track down this Surtiel and Hastafos Velifer, these two people. And so yeah, but it is, what time is that? It is 8 p.m. So we've come into the, what is this place called? The Salty Futtocks. Looks like kind of a rough and tumble inn, kind of down near the docks. So I can't honestly remember whether I even paid for a bed. Yes, okay, well let's do that first of all, just so that that's out of the way. And we're gonna talk to some of these folks, get kind of the talk of the town, see what's going on here. Nordic mutton. Aren't we a little bit far for Nordic mutton? Holy cow. Very cool. Free estates wine. Well, he doesn't have any options in terms of rumors and stuff, but let's see who we... Whoa. Wow, that's hilarious. Let's see who we've got here.
If I can help, I will, but don't take too much time.
Rumidriel. Nice clothing. Keep your hands to yourself, Dark Elf. I'm not a barmaid or a courtesan. I just arrived here and I've already had my fill of drunken passes from drunken sailors. Thank you very much. Memo to the Tamriel Rebuilt team. My character is female. This looks like, I mean, mind you, she could be a lesbian, but this text here suggests to me that the dialogue writer did not anticipate a female character. Or did not anticipate just different gendered characters in general. So yeah, I would change that. Okay. I am Rumidriel of Valenwood, an archer. I came to this province in search of fame and fortune, sold everything I had to pay for the journey, and now it would seem I'm stranded in this bloody tavern until fortune finds me. Well, you should take a boat and go to Vardenfell. Find some fortune yourself. Wow. Desert Sweet Barrel. That's a cool looking cactus-y thing. Who are you?
Stay out of trouble and you won't get hurt.
Ordocratus. I don't know you, what do you want? I am Ordocratus, rogue. Okay. Hastafos Velifer. Yes, okay, well we've asked everyone about that. We pretty much know where he is at this point. I want to hear about latest rumors. No. Okay. Old Ebonheart. Yes, this is Old Ebonheart, grandest city east of the Valus Mountains. I'll have you know, it's home to all sorts of noble folk in the Ebon Tower on the west side. Lots of shopkeepers and tradesmen. Then there's the small folk like us getting by on a quick septim. We are all still part of keeping the Empire bustling, though. Take the Guild of Rat Catchers in the sewers, for example. Mostly native dark elves who've drifted into town. But somebody's got to keep Morrowind's greatest city free from vermin. Interesting. The Guild of Rat Catchers. That's hilarious. Anything else look interesting here? Well, yeah, okay.
Yes.
Did we talk to you already? I'm Misty Carvera, and this is the Salty Futtocks. If you're looking for a good time or fist to the jaw, you've come to the right place. Or a fist to the jaw. Acrobat. Okay. The treasure chamber. Yes, I think we heard this last episode. Very interesting. And what about you? Bralis Melee. What you looking at, little girl? See, there we go. Gendered dialogue. I'm drunk and I feel like breaking something, and I don't like your face. I think I'll bloody break it. Let's brawl then. I don't want any trouble. Relax, friend. Let me buy you a drink. I think we'll try and say this one. Huh. Well, bloody Bloody hell, you're alright, I guess. But keep your distance. Not like we're rich or anything, but certainly no point in having a tavern brawl. We have more important things to do than brawl with drunk, Are you an Imperial? Yeah, I think so. Nodgar, what's your deal? What's brought you into this poor side of town? Just need a cheap place to stay. I am Nodgar, sailor. Yeah. You can see Ebon Tower from anywhere in the city and hear its bells from even further. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, I think we will retire for the night. I guess that's our... Just want to see how big this place is. Oh, it's a pretty small little inn. Very cool place. I do like the kind of fleshed out... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. What is this? Enix Carapace? Your journal has been updated. A journal belonging to Enix Carapace. The entries are scant and unremarkable. Oh, I don't want to take it. Jesus. What fresh hell is this?
You want something?
What's your story?
There's a dead dude in the room you just let me. Huh? You wish to make a complaint about a room? Who's Enix Carapace? There's a dead guy in your room? You brought him with you or something? He was already there when I got there. Well, that name does ring a bell. He rented the room he rented the room not few days ago. Dodgy writing. Kept to himself, didn't remember he hadn't checked out, though in a way he did, didn't he? These things happen. Huh. Do I want to investigate this death? I'm not sure that I do, to be honest. I'm not sure that Hlena does. Not sure. I mean, there's lots of death in Morrowind, and yeah, I don't know if Hlena is going to take it upon herself to investigate this. Well, let's say that his death needs to be investigated. I assume she would say something like, "What happened to him?" There ain't no mystery here. From what you've told me, I gather he died of natural causes. It didn't look natural to me. Well, round here, a dagger in the stomach counts as natural cause. Inform the guards? I don't know, does Hlena want to inform the guards? Here I am facing another difficult decision. I should have saved. You know what? I have the save. I have the save basically where I loaded right before I started this video, and we talked to all these people, but there wasn't really anything consequential except that little tavern brawl. So, if I'm really unhappy with this outcome, I will load. I am going to inform the guards. Fine, but I can't sleep in that room. I'm tempted to say I'm going to inform the guards, mostly because I just want to see what happens. The guards are of no use. They would care even less about the body than I do, let me tell you. Wouldn't be the first killing round here that went unsolved. Fine, but I can't sleep in that room. I hear you. I'll have the body taken care of. We good? And I want a compensation. No, I don't care about a compensation. Yes. Huh. Interesting. If we go up there, will the body be gone now?
What's your story?
I didn't really look at what was in his inventory. Oh yeah, he's disappeared. Okay, guys, I do apologize, but I want to. I'm just, you know, it's not that I want to save scum a bunch in this file, and I haven't done any of it so far. But let's load up again and just sort of see.
You've
Speak
got my
freely,
ear.
friend.
Let's hear it.
Just sort of see. I gotta pay for the room first. Yes. Okay. What I wish I had paid a little bit more attention to what was in his inventory. Yes, journal's been updated. Yet nothing really, nothing indicative of. And there's nothing in the journal, right? Scant and unremarkable. I mean, it's kind of a cool flavor event. I'm sort of wondering whether they're... I don't know what's going on there. Some kind of texture problem. I don't know. There doesn't seem to be any evidence of suggesting if this is sort of leading into a quest or not of some kind. Not that I necessarily want it to. The thing about Morrowind is you try and do one quest and you end up getting sucked into 6 others. Yeah. Yeah, let's just let's just go through this again here. So it looks to me like all these dialogue options lead to this, you know. I don't know, it looks like it leads to the same thing. Now what if I say I want compensation? Ooh, yeah, let's just say it. Well, excuse me, Your Majesty. Where did you think you were staying? In the Tiber Septim Hotel? A compensation for finding a body? Just be glad it's not you. This is unfair. I don't think this is how Hlena would react, but I'm just curious. I just want to see a different outcome. Tough, ain't it? We're done here. I'm not listening to your complaints anymore.
How do I know you're not up to something devious?
Okay. All right. Interesting. Is the room still unlocked? I'm just curious to see how this quest works. I won't do this twice in this episode. This business of loading up again and again to get a... Yeah, so the body disappears. I can still sleep in the bed. Okay. Well, I do apologize for loading twice like that. I won't, like I said, I won't make a habit of it, but yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of neat how it's you sort of think it's a quest hook and then it's not, unless I'm missing something. Of course, we could just sleep on the bed and ignore the dead body too, I imagine, because we only get the journal. We only get the journal update if we.
Watch your step.
What if I just do... I can't sleep in that room. I hear you. I'll have the body taken care of. We good? Yeah. Huh.
What's your story?
We can try this one again, too. Take advantage of the fact that I've, you know, kind of reloaded this, and we can start again here. What you looking at, little girl? I don't want any trouble. Cowardly but smart. Now get the hell out. Huh. So we could have brawled this guy. I don't see any advantage to it though. And he's wearing some kind of glove. I have a feeling that glove gives him some kind of buff to beating the shit out of us. You know, drain fatigue or something. Cool. Cool dice. That dice looks great. Very cool. Iron daggers. Just daggers sitting around in the tavern.
What day is today?
Yeah, we talked to everyone. Just kind of filling up my journal with these dialogue options. Oh, we can... Wow, we can do that one as many times as we want. We can fight him if we want. Yeah. Okay. Let's sleep and get on with our quests. This is getting a bit silly here. Very cool inn though. Very cool inn. I don't think Hlena will be staying here again. I think she's thoroughly unimpressed. We need to get up at... Like, I don't know, let's just do that. Right. What are you doing?
What's your story?
Watch your step.
Looking for good, that's weird. Are you just wandering?
Now, where did I put that?
Well, everyone's where they were. Okay. Let's, Yeah, you just don't have anything. Why you have a dialogue topic for Almalexia too? Interesting. Let's move on. Let's go find these. Let's complete this temple quest here. Very cool little inn though. I like the way it's made. I don't know if I missed something and there was like a quest that could have started up there. It kind of felt like a quest hook. If not, that's kind of cool too. Having these sort of like little just random events that just add flavor to the game, but that don't necessarily lead to a fully involved quest. I think that's Very cool. Whoa, the frame rate is really bad. I do apologize for that. That's going to be an ongoing issue. Now, we heard that one of these people is down by the docks. Yeah, we're definitely getting some pretty rough... Sertiel!
What is this about?
Who's talking to me? Sertiel, are you a woman? Sweet pulp, shulk resin, fire petal, green lichen. Who is sniffing?
What was that?
Good God. And there's a toy Guar. Gonna drop a quick save and we're gonna talk to Sertiel. Greetings, my friend. I am Sertiel, the traveling wise woman. I can see you're quite the traveler yourself. May I interest you in miraculous talisman and trinkets of my people? Outlandish Heresy. Well, what if we click this first? I belong to the native Ashlander tribe of Zingamajig. We are a proud people from the barren ashlands of the Ashlands. I can tell you, you are a friend of the Zingamajig tribe. That sounds like a fake tribe. Hlena, as a token of mutual respect between people, I will sell you powerful talismans for a special price. So what are these talismans? Common amulets? Old Ebonheart Ash statue. Well, that's not reassuring. Ash statues are generally bad news. Jeez. Ugh. Well, I don't know about this. Outlandish Heresy. Oh, I'm just using the Daedra and the Tribunal to spice up the old sales pitch. The sailors are just are just eating it up. What's the harm, really? You're spreading a skewed view of the temple faith. Honestly, those ash statues look real sketchy. I don't know. I have a feeling this is. I don't think this is what Hlena would actually say. But I don't think she thinks there's no harm to what's going on here. Those ash statues look ominous. Ominous. Of course, Hlena doesn't really know anything about those ash statues. It's bad news. You're spreading a skewed view of the temple faith. Well, maybe it's your temple's fault for having such a bizarre and confusing teachings in the first place. I mean, what's the deal with the Daedra anyway? Are they good or bad? Are you even an Ashlander? Looks like... I can't tell. You're unwise to disrespect the temple like that. If you honestly want to learn the truth, you should join the temple? I don't have to explain everything to you. I just need you to stop doing what you're doing. You're unwise to disrespect the temple like that. If you honestly want to learn the truth, you should join the temple. Well, that's just crazy. I mean, that's a crazy thing to say, I think. I don't have to explain everything to you. I think we'll say this one. This one sounds kind of silly, too. Not really in Helena's, you know, tone. The good Daedra are good, the bad Daedra are bad. That seems kind of naive. You're unwise to disrespect the temple like that. Come on, you'd think your living gods had thicker skin. Do you know what the Ordinators do to blasphemers like you? To be honest, Hlena doesn't know that, but I think we're going to say that. Ain't I lucky that there aren't any Ordinators around here, huh? In case you haven't noticed, we're in Old Ebonheart. This is kind of crazy. I don't think anyone would think that the Empire was on its way out at this point. I don't think we'll say that. Ordinators might not be here, but I am. You wouldn't really hurt me. Look, will you leave me alone if I promise that I won't be spreading any more false stories about the Daedra and the Tribunal? Please, I won't cross the temple ever again. Here, take this gold, a small donation to show my respect. Well, that's a weird... It's a weird outcome for us. Some of the things we said I kind of feel like Hlena wouldn't say. But... yeah... I think we'll just go with it. I don't want to belabor the points.
Let's hear it.
Where is Painter? Oh yes, this is this Wayrest painter. I've been offered the hand of a well-to-do Imperial officer stationed home in Cyrodiil. I'd like him to see me, but I can't abandon my post. The next closest thing to sending him is my portrait. Not just any painter would do it. Only the best for my love. Can you help? No, I don't have the time for this. You would mock my love? Fine. Yeah, no, I don't want to. I'm sure that's a very cool quest, but we got more than enough. I was kind of hoping we could get more information about this Sertiel character, which we probably could, but we could have anyway. Let's go find Hastafis or whatever his name is. That was an interesting outcome. You know, we were sent on a job. Our job, I think this is Helena's interpretation. We were sent on a job. We were sent on a job to stop this person from selling that stuff. Those ass statues look really grim, and I think that she would not be against basically using a little bit of force to just say, like, look, yeah, the Ordinators aren't here, but, like, you just gotta stop doing this. You know? Oof. I really do apologize about the frame rate. It's gonna be a problem when we're in town. It's just, there's not too much I can do. OpenMW already has... I know that the 0.46 update does a lot to fix the frame rate with the distant terrain and stuff, but at a certain point when there's just this many people walking around, Morrowind tends to get kind of jittery. Okay, we've been here now. I heard west side of town, which is where we are now. Let's just take a look here. Hastafis, a resident necromancer. You can find his house on the west side of town. Okay, maybe I can see it in the map. Just to avoid Hastafis, west side of town. Hastafis. Ah, there we are. Walked right by it last episode. I noticed that the 0.46, I mean, I'm using a 0.47 nightly build, but the 0.46 has gone, is stable. There's a stable release of it for OpenMW now, which is pretty cool. And it does seem like I watched the, I should probably be careful here. I watched the video they released on YouTube, and it kind of explains some of the new features. Anyway, enough about that. Let's focus on what's going on here. Meadow rye. Looks like salt rice to me. Silver Staff of Hunger, Soul Trap. That's a really cool weapon anyway. I think we're gonna sneak. I should also drop a quick save. Oh, there's an Imperial Guard in your house. Okay, well, we're not going to sneak in that case.
The Nine and the Empire, citizen.
Hello? I've been posted here to ensure Citizen Velifer's safety. There's been troubling reports that the native Dark Elves wish him harm. You may speak with him freely, but I'm watching you. Well, we're certainly not going to do anything to arouse this guard's ire. Story of Lazurius. Well, no time to read books. We have to talk to Hastafis. Hastafis.
Hello there. How are you?
Only few people have the courage to enter my house. Salutations to you, brave soul. My name is Hastafis Velifer, and I am a necromancer. Have you come here to talk with the dead? What do you mean, talk with the dead? Death comes to us all, eventually. Sometimes people want to know what's waiting for them. Sometimes they want to know if their loved ones' souls are at peace in the great unknown of the void. As a necromancer, I can summon the bones of the dead to walk the earth once more, so the living might ask them questions. And the dead do tell tales. Sometimes they reveal secrets, sometimes horrors. Do you have someone in mind? No, that's actually just really not why I'm here. That is understandable. The dead sometimes frighten the living. Well, the temple's not too keen on what you're doing. It doesn't surprise me that the Tribunal Temple should have some grievances with my trade, but I'm quite surprised they sent someone all this way to reprimand me. May I ask what I have done specifically to earn this visit? Now, if I remember correctly, we were told that this is the answer. I think this is what we were told by the temple. So the temple doesn't object to him kind of skirting the temple law in Old Ebonheart, but I'm trying to remember. I think it was this that the fact that he's offering it to native Dark Elves, it really troubles the temple more than Outlanders or whatever. I think that's what we'll say. You've offered your services to native Dark Elves. Oh, I do not discriminate. I offer my services to natives and outlanders alike. However, perhaps the temple will be pleased to hear that only a handful of Dark Elves have ever sought my help. The temple, it would seem, still holds the monopoly on death in this province. You're disrespecting the temple with your words. Again, I'm not sure. I'm sure that we will find out what all the result of this is when we complete this quest, but I don't think that Helena's instinct is to be kind of naively pious and believe every word the temple says. But I also think that right now, I think the temple is sort of, she's trying to gain some ground in the temple, and so if they sent her to do a mission, she's going to try and do it as best she can. You're disrespecting the temple with your words. I hope you believe me when I say I sincerely don't mean to offend the temple or disrespect its beliefs. I hold no ill will against the temple. In fact, in many regards, they have my utmost respect. That being said, we obviously have a deep ideological disagreement about the practice of necromancy. It's a gap that can't be bridged, I'm afraid. You are headstrong. You should respect the temple. If you won't abandon necromancy, this will end in bloodshed. That's a threat. Fine, let's agree to disagree. I feel like if we threaten him, we're going to end up... I don't think we're going to be rewarded for that. Not that Helena's trying to find the best reward or anything, but I think that that's going to get us into some pretty deep shit, basically. Given that guard down there, I'm not sure we can survive an attack against a guard. Probably. You are headstrong. You should respect the temple. Oh, really? And what gives the temple the right to demand this from me? Perhaps I should list all the ways the temple disrespects and offends me. Pardon me, Hlena, but I'm putting my foot down. So long as necromancy is legal in Old Ebonheart, I will keep practicing it and helping people around me. Now I must respectfully ask you to lead me to my work. Like I said, necromancy is perfectly legal in this fair city of ours, just like it's legal in almost everywhere else in the civilized world. My craft is protected by the law and the Emperor's legions, and I don't see the situation changing anytime soon. Well, yeah. Let me just take a quick look at the journal, see if I missed anything. I was told to use extreme discretion. Yeah, honestly, I think... Okay, Sertiel promised not to speak the Tribunal's name in vain anymore, so we kind of had success there, and... I could get back to Almastyr and let Doris I've changed, reminded me that necromancy is legal. Perhaps there might be a way to put an end to Velifer's outlandish heresy. Laws can be rewritten after all. I could ask around about this and find out more. Interesting. Well, let's I guess that's given us a new dialogue topic. Maybe we can go and speak with one of the Imperial officials here. Necromancy is legal in Old Ebonheart. Yes, that's right. Necromancy is legal here, and Citizen Velifer is one within his rights to practice it. If you want to know about the intricacies of the laws we have in this city, I suggest you pay a visit to the Guild of Barristers. Their hall can be found on High Street in the west side of the town. Interesting. So cool. All right, off we go. We walked by that last episode, and I was wondering what that was, and I don't think I went in there. I'm kind of glad I didn't, because now we have a good excuse to go in there. I'm liking this quest. It's interesting. A lot of these Tamriel Rebuilt quests they're kind of similar to Dungeons and Dragons style quests, where a lot of the choices get made in dialogue options, which is very different from kind of vanilla Morrowind quests. Where was this Guild of Barristers? High Street? What's High Street? What street is that? Is it this? Is this the High Street? Should be, right? Yeah, so it's kind of different. I feel like a lot of the time in a vanilla Morrowind quest, when you're faced with those kind of dialogue options, your typical recourse is to like speechcraft them until your disposition is good enough, and then they'll do things your way. And often it's a matter of having good enough speechcraft skill to avoid bloodshed. And I like the way that the quests use like dialogue options where I can kind of roleplay and choose which dialogue option I feel is best. But I gotta say, I also like using the game mechanics and my character's skills to solve a quest. So I'll be curious to see whether this is a trend that continues, whether most of our quests we're going to make decisions by asking dialogue options, or whether you know, we're going to be doing a lot of this, you know, or whether we'll have options to. Oh, there it is. We'll have options to, you know, essentially use speechcraft skill to raise disposition, and I wonder, I wonder what the feeling is about that on the TR team, you know, because I do tend to think sometimes using the mechanics of the game, the skills, is sort of how Morrowind roleplay is kind of supposed to work in a certain sense, rather than just, you know, having dialogue options to make choices, but on the other hand, it's, you know, it's a little bit better for the roleplay. So I don't know. Enough on that. Let's go in here. Guild of Barristers. Living quarters. All these barristers living together. This is like a law firm.
I must be going, so if you could make it quick.
You're not going anywhere. You're going to stand there for your entire life. Dunmer Law, a primer, legal basics, etiquette with rulers. Huh, cool. Daedra's Heart. Very, very cool. Renant Alcient or something. Hello, Hunter, I presume. Yes, all very well and good. Excuse me, I'm trying to concentrate on an important business matter here. Listen, I have a very pressing concern. The temple is concerned about that necromancy is legal in Old Ebonheart. Look, I've got my own problems right now. An important business matter is preoccupying my mind. What is this business matter? I don't mean to be rude, but it's really no concern of yours, ahem. Not that I wouldn't turn away any help, of course. Perhaps you could... Right, so I have to do something for you, and then you can do something for me. Alright, what is it? I used to work as a lawyer in Cyrodiil, an unfortunate position that they don't appear to have much of here in Morrowind. I'm afraid my past is catching up with me, and I may be in need of protection from an old client of mine. Okay, in need of protection. I worked as a mob lawyer, do you understand? Meaning I swayed the legal system to keep those misguided men and women out of prison. Sometimes it doesn't work, of course. In this case, I'm afraid it didn't work at all. Dear, oh dear. Is this a choice? That doesn't sound good. It is indeed frightening. I'm sure you know how little control over their faculties some of these criminals possess. I just wanted to settle down and have a nice quiet life here in Morrowind, away from the politics of Cyrodiil. Please, will you help me? What do you need me to do? I have it all set up for you, so it should be easy. Take this letter and this gold. The gold is for bribery. The letter describes how I've moved my office to High Rock. Look for my past client on the docks. He goes by the name Stabby Jack Maris. I've received word he'll be coming in on a ship called the Nibbin's Wind. Past client. Honestly, I'm not sure if he was guilty of his accused crime. However, one doesn't get the nickname Stabby without performing multiple acts of the nature, if you take my meaning. Cool. That's an interesting quest. God knows what kind of trouble Hlena's going to get into here. Yes, you do know what those are, right? I don't want to explain the intricacies of Cyrodiil law to one more backwater native, if you please. It takes a lifetime of study, you know, politics, stroking the ego of a crowd, collecting your dues at the end, or preferably at the beginning. Very high-stress work it is. Oh, yes. Interesting. Legal basics. Dunmer Law, a primer. This looks very interesting. I would love to read this book. Maybe this book will give us a tip on the great houses. I'm skimming through this. Feel free to read. What I'm looking for is something that might, if I could see the word necromancy anywhere. That's what we need. Cue to the OpenMW developers. Give me a search bar for books, so I can search for a word in a book. Must be possible. Aha! Necromancers. This is naturally advantageous when mediating cases of inheritance, and that's occasionally the case that necromancers have been denounced at a trial by the souls of the dead they have attempted to bind to the mortal plane. Court meetings take place on holy ground and are ritually cleansed at the end of every hearing. The Telvanni. The cumulative precedent over 1,000 years of history in order to maintain the lens of the Dres. Interesting. It's perhaps the greatest philosophical achievement in Tyrael Law. I don't see any. Are obliged to implement the core imperial legal code, the Juris Imperator Tamriel and all grudgingly do so in their own fashion. Fines and imprisonment for crimes of murder, theft, and obstructing an officer of the Empire are standardized and will be familiar to any imperial subject. Court of Waters. I want this book. I don't see anything in this that talks about necromancy. Breaking and entering, assault, vagrancy, smuggling, high treason, pickpocketing, theft, larceny. Etiquette with rulers. A work schedule. Do you have any other books? Marsh Demon at her elbow. Oh man. Barristers Guild Charter. Banker's Bet. Dunmer Law. Assassination Failure of the Empire. Man. The Brothers of Darkness. Great Houses of Morrowind. God, so many good books. I think Hlena is becoming increasingly interested in any of those look like skill books? It's a bit silly of me to read skill books. It's not very roleplay, but whatever. I gotta do it. We're gonna end up finding a copy of that book somewhere anyway. Might as well be now. Glass and Morrowind Legal Basics. I'm just looking for Dres Slave Trade, Confessions of a Thief. I think Hlena is becoming increasingly interested in these legal things, as well as the death threat pool. Note from Renault. Can I read these? Former client of mine just got released. If someone by the name of Stabby comes knocking, you don't know where I am or who I am. Close. Number of received death threats. Winner gets a bottle of Kvatch fines at the end of the year. A work schedule. We better talk to these other lawyers.
Watch your step.
Transcript of a court hearing. I don't want to take
That was
this.
the strangest book I've ever read.
We've already established that you were in... how long is this? Ooh, yeah, no, okay. I'm not going to read this. Be very interested in reading it. Does look like these lawyers are kind of a sketchy bunch, to be honest. Heed the Emperor's laws, citizen, and you'll do fine here. Speechcraft, mercantile, and athletics. An athletic lawyer. There's something to be terrified of. Solicitor and member of the Barristers Guild. What is this Barristers Guild? Barristers Guild is an official Empire-sanctioned society of educated solicitors and scholars of law as it is described in the section 15 of the Great Guilds Act of the Second Era. As per the Charter, private citizens of the Empire may contract the Guild for simple legal advice, as well as prosecution or defense for criminal proceedings. Can I talk to you about necromancy? That's right. While necromancy is illegal and punishable by death elsewhere in Morrowind, Old Ebonheart enjoys a special status guaranteed by an amendment to the Treaty of the Armistice. Even though our city is geographically located in Morrowind, legally speaking, it might as well be in Cyrodiil. Could that amendment be nullified somehow? Is necromancy legal everywhere outside of Morrowind? Yes, well, we know that already. This is pointless. Why could that amendment be nullified somehow? You do realize that you're talking about making edits to a treaty that was signed personally by both Tiber Septim and Vivek, a treaty which is arguably the most important legal document in the entire history of Tamriel. No, I think that any nullification would be quite impossible. What if I stole the Treaty of the Armistice and edited it myself? Is necromancy legal everywhere outside of Morrowind? This is pointless. Goodbye. We're not stealing the treaty. We're just not doing that. That's that is not in Helena's character whatsoever. I mean, that, you know, the temple asks us to be discreet, but you know, I think that this lawyer here, this solicitor here, raises a very good point, and that it's this vital treaty that was signed by Tiber, Septim, and Vivek. I don't think Helena's interest in helping the temple does not go that far. Okay. Is necromancy legal everywhere outside of Morrowind? Well, not quite. Even in Cyrodiil, where necromancy isn't illegal per se, there are places where it's shunned and the practices have been banned. You see, the Imperial Law grants a decree of legislative autonomy to cities. There are a number of cities where the local administrators have elected to ban, say, gambling or dueling in the streets, and in some cities, they've banned the practice of necromancy within the city limits. Interesting. Does Old Ebonheart have similar autonomy? You ask a lot of questions. I'm sorry, but I don't feel like answering them. I can't help but think you're planning something nefarious. It's difficult to make sense of the laws of Morrowind, since there's not just one legislature, but many. First, there's of course the Empire and the Imperial Law, which is supposed to bind and protect all citizens. However, the Treaty of the Armistice grants the natives the right to uphold their ancient laws on the side. As a result, there are some corners in the province where what we view as fundamental rights, such as freedom from slavery or right to life without fear of violence, simply do not exist. Imperial Law. An adventurer should know the basics of Imperial law concerning life and property. Verbal assault, pickpocketing, trespassing are minor crimes, punished by fines and hard labor. Theft and foul murder are felonies. Theft is punished by fines proportional to the value of the property stolen, blah 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 blah. Foul murder. I'm not sure. There was something in the vanilla texts about this. Is this vanilla, or is this something that they've added on here? Yeah, I'm not going to read all that because I think that might actually be vanilla text. But interesting. This is very, very cool. Defense for criminal proceedings. You should talk to Renan Alcianta about that. He is our designated defense attorney. Interesting. Okay. And what have you got to say? We're learning lots here. We're learning lots. We're not going to steal that tree, that's for sure. I don't know you. What do you want? What's your deal? Solicitor and member of the Barristers Guild. What about necromancy? Necromancy. That's right. Yes. Okay. Is this the same? Oh, this is the same set of answers. Okay. So you give us the exact same answers. Very interesting. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that Hlena has no issue with helping this Renault guy, because whether or not he's a sketchy lawyer. Change of location notice. Let's read it at least. Alcare High Rock. We apologize for the inconvenience and thank you for your business. I don't think she sees any harm in helping this guy. I don't think she, you know, no matter how scummy a lawyer he is, I don't think she sees any point in delivering him to a mobster, you know. So we need to go down to the docks, which is up here? Up over here. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think we may actually have to go back to the temple in Almost Here with our tail between our legs, because like I said, there's just no way. There's no way that Hlena is stealing the Treaty of the Armistice. I really just don't think that's what she would do here. I have to temper my temptation as a player to investigate all avenues of quests with my desire to kind of roleplay this character. Okay, what's the name of the fellow we're looking for? Oh, it was Stabby something or other.
I'm listening.
You
What's
look like
your
a
story?
mobster. Have you seen Stabby someone? No. There's a guard. Ah, we were told that they were arriving on one of those boats. Oops. You look like you could be a Stabby.
Yes.
Hides in mud. I'm afraid not. Yeah. Interesting. Stabby, stabby, stabby. What's this boat called? Ah, Nibbin's Wind. Here we are. Uh-oh. Ooh, I almost fell in a drink there.
Alright,
So
go ahead.
let's drop a save. I don't want to join the East Empire Company. I'm looking for someone in particular, as it were. Do I have to sneak into that cabin? I doubt it. It can't be. It can't be it. Upper deck. Stabby.
What, stranger?
Okay. I just saved upstairs, but I'll do it again. What do you want? I'm looking for my buddy, Renant Alcient. Yeah, my buddy. His name's Renant Alcient. I heard he was kipping out in Old Ebonheart somewhere. Do you know where he is? Well, we're supposed to give him this note, right? Yes. He's in High Rock, okay. What, are you sure? Yes, here, I have this letter for you. Wait a second, though. Why would we have a letter for him? Yes, very sure. Well, I guess he told us to give him the letter. It's a dumb plan. I don't believe you. Change the location of this room and remove from your inventory. Okay. I am going to load again. Again, I'm not sure, I'd like to avoid doing this as much as possible, but we gotta figure out what's going on here. Yes. Okay, so I know where he is. He's in High Rock. Yes, very sure. I don't believe you. All right.
What, stranger?
I will just go with it if how about I pay you to leave? We're not gonna do that. What if I say no? Sure about that? Yes, I'm certain. Don't fall off a gangplank by accident on your way out. Interesting. Alright. I am gonna go with the first route. We're not gonna pay him. That's just that's not our level of involvement in this quest. We're not, Hlena will try and save this man's life, but I mean not to the point of like trying to pay. Oh wait, we're supposed to bribe him, aren't we? Oh no. How about I double that if you tell me where he is? No, sorry. Just get out of my face. Okay, let me just read the journal. I should get in the habit of. He gave me a letter for Stabby Jack and wants me to convince his client that he's moved out of town. I should look for Maris in the docks aboard Nibbin's Wind. Okay, so we don't actually get much. We don't actually get. It doesn't seem like there are too many options here. Alright, one more time. Yes, your buddy. Yes. He's in High Rock. Yes, here, I have this letter for you. I don't believe you.
Come on, I haven't got all day, you know.
I'd better see. Okay, so it looks like the outcome is very similar, kind of regardless of what we do. Is there any other dialogue topics? Quit gawking, Dark Elf. Or I'll rearrange your face. I don't know. I guess we'll go and try and warn this guy that that his plan is his rather ill-conceived plan has not worked very well. You probably should actually go to High Rock. Run away. Where's this barrister's place again? It's God, I just found it, didn't I? Ah, there it is. I like this city a lot. Very cool. No idea what kind of trouble we've gotten ourselves into here. I don't know. I'm a little bit concerned that if we go back to Alma's Tier, we just won't be able to complete this quest, and I definitely want to complete it and be able to move on to more quests. So I will continue to investigate and see if there's something that
The
can be
Nine
done
and the
to
Empire.
convince this guy not to continue his necromancy, short of stealing that treaty, which is once again sort of a no-go. There it is, Barristers Guild. Listen, I got some bad news for you, buddy.
Ah, hello. Did you want something?
What you've said sounds hopeful. Maybe he took the hint. Perhaps I ought to wait. Who's that? Oh dear.
See what you're made of.
You fool, you led him right to me. Guards, guards, help, I'm being murdered. Okay. Oof, I really should have saved, shouldn't I?
What do you want?
What is my journal saying? Stabby Jack Murus is dead. Stabby Jack is no more. Thank Talos, and thank you, Hlena. You really saved my hide just now. I owe you a favor. I may be new around here, but I already know which strings to tug in case you're ever in need of defense for criminal proceedings. Well, I guess it's always good to have a lawyer as a friend. That's right. Well, necromancy is illegal. Yeah, so this is the same. Now we have the same option with Renounce. Could that amendment be nullified somehow? Is necromancy legal elsewhere, everywhere outside of Morrowind? Yeah, okay. You asked a lot of questions, but I don't feel like answering them. I can't help but think that you're planning something nefarious. So, doesn't look like we have much of a choice. Not now. Okay, so we can come to this guy to clear our bounty. That's cool. Not now, thanks. Just remember my name when you have the need. Very cool. Necromancy is legal in Old Ebonheart. What other options do we have here? Could that amendment be nullified somehow? You do realize you're talking about a treaty which is arguably the most important legal document. No, I think that could be quite low. Is necromancy legal everywhere outside of Morrowind? Yeah. Well, I wonder. If I ever get in trouble with the law, he can clear my bounty for a fee of 400 gold. Well, that is useful. I think that's it, guys. I don't think we're gonna suggest stealing that treaty because I just don't think Helena's gonna do that. And I don't think it really doesn't look like there's any legal recourse. Hlena has no great love for the Empire, but she also has no great hatred of it. Not to the point of interfering in that sort of major political thing. So I think we're going to go back to the Almastir Temple,
The Nine and the Empire.
somewhat with our tail between our legs. We're also going to continue to investigate these other Almastir quests, like the Perils of Literacy and the Silent Night one. This is an interesting outcome where Lundora owes this Nerusia person 300 drakes. I think Hlena has basically got no trust for this woman anymore, and certainly doesn't want to be involved in some kind of ridiculous poisoning. So there's that, and there's also the Perils of Literacy one. We found the book that Tilracy needs. And so we're going to go back to the Almastir Canal Works and do that as well. We got lots of reasons to go back there. I have no idea what's going to happen with this ridiculous necromancer, and I have no idea how that temple quest is going to be resolved. I feel like we haven't necessarily found a satisfactory solution to the problem, at least not to the temple's satisfaction, and we may be, hopefully we'll basically just be able to tell them, look, there's nothing I can do about that guy. But I guess we'll find out next episode. So if you enjoyed this, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. I will be back soon with more Let's Play Tamriel Rebuilt. Ciao.